As you can see, I am back. I am back in Charlotte. Missing Grenada, but you know, it's great to be back home. It's great to be in my beautiful home with my beautiful dog. I keep using the word karmic to describe this trip. There's something for me in Grenada, and I look forward to reclaiming it. I don't know what it is. I'm not even trying to figure it out. I know that in due time, it'll make itself apparent. So my last 48 hours in Grenada, I spent reconnecting with family. I went to the grandaunt's craft market to see if my aunt was there. The day before, we had gone up Happy Hill to see if we could find her. She wasn't at home. And although my brother said that she doesn't sell at the craft market like she used to, I was like, hey, why not? I'm just gonna mosey on over. So I just, Thursday afternoon, decided to take a walk over to the craft market. And I asked around. Folks pointed me in the right direction. And of course, she couldn't quite place me. It had been 14 years since I had last seen her. But I could place her because my dad and his siblings, boy, do they have the same face. This is my beautiful Tanjune, who I haven't seen in, oh my goodness. It's in the jeans size. Yeah. So yeah, say hi to my beautiful aunt. It was beautiful seeing her. We just spent time honestly doing nothing. Like there was some chatting, there was, you know, vibing. We were just feeding off of each other's energy. And I always just love being around the elders, especially the ones that I'm related to. I learned so much about myself. I got to meet her friends at the craft market, some characters, the characters at the craft market. It felt so karmic just to be around her and see patterns, deep patterns that I, you know, recognize in myself and, you know, in my relatives and my dad on my dad's side of the family. So that was beautiful. The next day we went back. I did not tell her that I was with company. Honestly, when I popped up, she told me very explicitly that she does not like surprises. She does not like her heart going boom, boom, boom. So I just, whoops. I just decided to let everyone else on their own accord decide if they wanted to pop up on her. My mom did later that day. And she also, you know, she felt good about doing that, about seeing her after all those years. And my brother popped up on her the next day. I did not tell her that my brother was there either.
How are you? Coconut water fresh and cold today.
I have some company for you too.
So who?
Some company.
Wait them. I said someone posting some.
What's wrong with your face? What's wrong with your face?
It's an old face.
Turn over. It's been over.
No. Excuse me? Wait. When? I used to be a darkie, a nice darkie.
You're still at 10. Don't say used to be.
What's up?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
And you can see it on her face that she was like, really, guys? Really? That's what you're doing? But again, it's family, and it was a beautiful experience just being around each other. She got to meet her grandnephews and my brother's wife, and it was a little bit of a celebration. You know, she pulled out the beers. I had a Heineken. She's such a great cook, but she had baked some goods. She made kumar or matai, whatever you want to call it. She also made coconut buns, which were delicious. Again, we just hung out for a little bit and met up with some of my brother's friends.
And like when he talks, I always make fun of him. Like just like you say,
who were hanging out. So the craft market is more than just like crafts and fabrics or whatever. It's also food, lots of food. There are bars in the different sheds. So we had a couple more drinks, and there was this one restaurant that I'd been meaning to try, the Fish Pot, I think it's called, and I finally made it that day. As it opened, I put in my order, and it was worth the wait. Yes. It was Grenadian stew fish. So Grenadian stew fish is like, it's fried fish and then it's stewed in a tomato sauce, and it's one of my favorite things. And it was like it was lunch. It was a lunch meal, but it was dinner time. So it was the fish, it was rice and peas, perfect portion because I'm not a big rice person. Rice and peas, fried plantain, green salad, potato salad, macaroni pie. It was a proper like Trini Sunday lunch, honestly. It was brilliant. So yeah, it was like 2 pounds of food, and I ate it all, and I have no regrets. I actually ended up having to go back to the hotel and sleep for a little bit because it was so heavy. We ended up not going out later that night anyway. I needed to rest. The next day, everyone rolled out, and my brother and his family, their flight was at 1:40. My mom had left the day before. I had already dropped her off at the airport, so it was just myself, my brother and his family, and all of that. So they took a van to the airport, and I was left with my cousin's car. So I was like, well, since my flight isn't until 3:40 and checkout is at 11, I guess I'm gonna do some exploring. And I'm glad I did. It was, I had been driving around with company, with the navigation and all of that. And it was time. It was no time like the present to just get out on my own. So I drove over to Friday Bar, which is a place that I had been meaning to check out for a while. I'd actually planned to go there for breakfast on the Thursday, but it had completely slipped my mind. So I ended up there, driving over there by myself through that treacherous terrain. Ended up like basically on a precipice, like having to make a 3-point turn and come back. I was like, where is this place? It felt like I was driving on a ridge. I was like, where am I? And when I finally found the street to turn down, ended up having to go down this steep hill. Grenada and these hills are legendary. But yeah, parked, but that parking brake up real hard, and had a beautiful breakfast. I had already had breakfast at the hotel, mind you. But, I'm on vacation. When else is there a more appropriate time to be licorice? So I had the proper Grenadian breakfast. It was green salad. It was fry bake, coconut bake, salt fish, stewed peas, fried plantain. I'm missing something. Cuckoo. I still feel like I'm missing something. But it was beautiful. They had, when I arrived, they said that they were out of cocoa tea. So I settled for lemongrass. And then the young lady comes over and says she can work out some cocoa tea for me. And that just made my trip. I hadn't had a proper cup of cocoa tea during my time in Grenada. And that was a proper cup of cocoa tea. I'm so grateful. The people were so friendly. The patrons and the staff. The food was beautiful, the ambiance. They had soca blasting, the view. It was a view of the sea as well as of the runway, the airport runway. And I just ate and chilled and enjoyed my last moments in Grenada. It was the perfect send-off. Friday bar was the perfect send-off. Next time I go back, that will be the start to my trip as well as the send-off. But I am already plotting my next trip to Grenada. Just looking forward to going back and reconnecting to my roots, spreading my wings a little bit more. So yeah, stay tuned for some Grenada vlogs sometime in the future.